Thank you very much. It's a beautiful Monday morning. I am listed as a poet, and today I'm going to do a poem. It is finished. We're still in the Easter season, so it is finished. The sky grew still at the final cry. The heart beheld breath as hope seemed to die. A whispered truth beneath the darkened sky, yet love stood firm and would not deny, because it was finished. The cross stood bare on Calvary's hill, a moment that froze, the world stood still. Through pain and sorrow it was acquired, given will. It was declared in the words that said, "It is finished." The veil was torn, it was divided to be left and done. Victory was sealed, though it seemed none was won. The battle was completely finished. The war was done. It is finished. The silence echoed a sacred sound, a holy hush spread all around where laws once seemed so tightly bound. New life in death was truly found because it is finished. The grave will soon be filled with light, though shadows claim the darkest of the night. The dawn will break with power and might and turn the despair of endless sight because it is finished. The curse was broken, the debt was paid. No more fear will sound afraid. A righteous path at last was laid through mercy's gift that never fades because it is finished. From death arose a living king with healing held beneath his wing. A song of hope the world will sing, of grace that flows from suffering because it is finished. Thank you.
It is finished. Thank you. Thank you. That's beautiful. I loved it. Yes, it's finished. And we are happy. We are happy. We are Easter people. So it is finished. Yes, welcome, welcome, people who are joining us. This is Power Monday. We are glad to host you. My name is Otieno Paul Peter. People call me Otieno OPP, which is fine. And I'm glad to be part of this. I want to welcome Gashoka to introduce the guest speaker so that we can move on. Gashoka.
Thank you very much, OPP, for this good opportunity. Again, today I have the pleasure of welcoming our speaker for the day. And our speaker for the day is Faith Zinzia Ojwang. Faith Zinzia Ojwang is a results-driven senior financial advisor at Standard Investment Bank, Mansa X, where she specializes in guiding clients through wealth creation and investment opportunities. With over 10 years of proven experience in sales, business development, and entrepreneurship, she has built a strong reputation for delivering tailored financial solutions that drive growth and long-term value. Previously, Faith worked in the banking sector as a business sales consultant, focusing on small and medium enterprises. She was recognized as top sales consultant in Stanbic Bank SME segment in 2017 and consistently ranked among the top 3 salespersons for 3 consecutive years. Her expertise spans business development, client acquisition, relationship management, and financial advisory. Faith combines her background in human resource management and marketing with professional training in customer service, sales and marketing, and anti-money laundering compliance. She is also pursuing certification with the Chartered Institute for Securities and Investments, CISI, to further enhance her professional capacity. Beyond her career, Faith is passionate about entrepreneurship and leadership. She has served in various leadership roles, both professionally and within the church, reflecting her commitment to empowering others. Join me in welcoming Faith Ojwang so that she can take us through. Thank you, and karibu sana Faith.
Thank you so much. Just to confirm, from your end, Polly, can you able to hear me? And the
Yes,
rest?
can hear you and see you loud and clear. We are happy. And I love your smile.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. It's a bright Monday, and thanks for this opportunity to have this conversation again. We had it last year, and it was wise that the Power Monday team saw it so that we can able to rewind. So as said, my name is Faith Zinzia Ojwang. I work at SIB. So before we start, I don't know the Paul you read. There's a verse in the Bible, Ecclesiastes 11 verse 2.
Ecclesiastes 7 verse 2.
11 verse 2.
11. Oh, I think I know that. Scripture. 11 verse 2. It's one of those favorite ones. Yes. It's one of those which I quote a lot when talking about finance. Invest in 7. Yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. Hallelujah.
Amen. Actually, that will form our base of discussion today. So you as an individual, how well are you prepared in terms of the future and in terms of how you plan your finances? Have you diversified your investment in so many areas in terms of product and in terms of geographical location? So that, for example, we are having election in Kenya next year. How well have you prepared yourself? So that I'm not saying that it's going to be good, but how well have you prepared for yourself for any eventuality in the future? That is an individual question you answer yourself. So today we're going to learn about a product. The product is called Mansa X and is a product of Standard Investment Bank. So it's one of the products that will enable, at the end of the discussion, it will enable you to now decide how have I prepared for future anything. If anything happened to you, how well, if you lose your job today, if you lose your business today, where are you going to start? You'll confirm for me if you have, you can able to see my screen.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so I'm going to do presentation, then later on we'll have a Q&A session where you're able to ask any questions in regarding to the product, or if you have any other question, maybe time might not allow us here, but I'll able to share my details so that we can able to handle it later on. So this is a fact sheet for Mansa X. If you are a Kenyan or if you are interested in investment, I'm very sure you've heard of Mansa X in the market. So Mansa X is a product of Standard Investment Bank. In Kenya, we have investment banks and we have commercial banks. So commercial banks are the normal, where you do your normal banking operations. Then now the investment bank. So commercial banks are regulated by central bank. Then now investment bank are regulated by Capital Market Authority. So Standard Investment Bank is one of the indigenous investment banks in Kenya. Our physical location is along Kenyatta Avenue. JQuat Towers. JQuat Towers is former ICA building, 16th floor and 17th floor. But we also have other floors, second and fourth floor. So as a bank, we were formed in 1995, and we started at a brokerage firm, but with time we've been able to evolve and now become a full investment bank. So we have 5 products. One of the things that an investment bank does is what we call asset management. So asset management is whereby we help individuals or wealthy people to manage their wealth. I'll give an example. Let's say Chris Kirubi, the one we know in Kenya. He might have not able to remember all the assets, all the wealth he has. So he might have decided to appoint an investment bank to manage how his wealth on his behalf at a certain fee. Then we also have security trading. This is whereby in case you want to buy shares, for example, Safaricom shares, you can walk into an investment bank and they'll able to assist you acquire the shares. Then we also do market research, whatever is happening locally and internationally, and how it's going to influence consumers' behavior and also investment world. Then we also have investment management. So this is where the Mansa X falls in. Then we have corporate financing. So under corporate financing, where we help the company in the merger and acquisition. And also this is where the IPO, let's say IPO is initial public offer. Let's say a private company wants now to be in the public. So our main discussion will be under investment management, where Mansa X falls in. So what is Mansa X, or how did we come up with this product called Mansa X? In 2018, CMA, that is the regulator, gave out an opportunity to all the investment firms to come up with a product that will enable our Kenyan investors to enjoy the global space. So that means you being in Kenya, you can able to buy a bond, let's say the USA bond, or you can able to buy a stock in the international market. So that's where now the Standard Investment Bank came up with this product in 2018 called Mansa X. So Mansa X is the pioneer of what we call now the special funds. So why the name Mansa X? So the name was originated from the richest person in the world, Mansa Musa, who was coming from Mali. And we say that this was an African who was able to gather a lot of wealth. So that means even us as Africans, you have the opportunity to generate wealth. So that's why the product was named Mansa. Then X is a variable, which means the product invests in so many investment solutions across the world. So Mansa X is a multi-asset fund diversified across the world. So that means if you are a Mansa X client and you are located in Kenya, that you will be able to enjoy the other international markets or international products, yet you are in Kenya. So you'll be a global investor. Then how does the funds operate? So the fund operates and it uses a model, what we call long and short-term trading model. So that means when the markets are good, we're still able to make profit. And when the markets are bad, not bad, but volatile, we're still able to make profit. And this short and long-term trading model allows us to protect client capital from now the downside risk market. And this is usually achieved through what we call portfolio allocation technique. So that means every product that we're going to invest in, yes, we invest in so many products at the same time, but they'll have a different allocation. For example, each and every product we invest in, they are not supposed to take 15% of the fund. I'll able to take you through how much do we have as per the last quarter of 31st March 2026. So you can invest in Kenya shilling or you can also invest in USD, respective on the currency you're going to invest in, that the currency will be earning your returns. Then our main objective as a fund is to give our client return above market average rate. So market average rate is usually a rate set by the regulator to all the investment banks or all the investment products that within this particular period of this year, you are not supposed to give your client below a certain rate. But now our main mandate is to give our client above the market average rate, which I'm able to take you through now the performance since we started in 2018 and up to now the last quarter that ended the last month. So as a product, where do we invest? So locally, we invest in cash and cash equivalents. So this is just the fixed and the call deposit in a commercial bank account. So the main advantage where we compare to you going to an investment or a bank personally is Mansa X collects different clients' capital, then now invest as a pool. So us will have advantage of approaching a bank and we'll able to bargain for a good rate since we have huge amount of capital. Then call account is account in a commercial bank whereby it will be able to give you a small interest, but you can call for that money anytime. So one of the characteristics of Mansa X is we want to solve liquidity. As in you're our investor and you have emergency. Are we able to sort you out? Yes. We only have a lock-up period of the first 6 months. After the 6 months, if you have emergency, you can always withdraw your money and go sort out your issue. Then fixed income, these are the government security, treasury bonds, and treasury bills. Then we also invest in Nairobi Stock Exchange stocks. So the stocks that are trading in Nairobi Stock Exchange, we'll take advantage of them and also invest in them. Then we also trade in what we call exchange traded funds. A good example is Absa Gold. Then we also trade in shares. We take advantage. Our main work is do research and now take advantage of the information that we have, then now invest. We don't just invest in any product, but it's being done after research. Then we have what we call the globally, we invest in stocks. Stocks are any stock. It can be IT stocks like Netflix, WhatsApp, Zoom. For example, during Corona time, the IT firms were on high demand and we were able to take advantage of the IT firms because everything was being done online. And that's also helped us during Corona to able to give our clients at least a net return of 15.45. Then what we call stock indices. So stock indices is an instrument that allow you to take advantage of the best performing stocks in a particular market. Then you are under fixed income. Globally, we have Eurobond. So Eurobond is a bond of a different currency. Let's say you want to go and buy Ugandan bond. You not buy it internationally. You have to convert that currency to the Ugandan currency that you can able to buy the bond. Then we have what we call derivatives, which will be my derivative. Example derivative is assume that you've done research and find that a particular product will be high at a specific period of time. So what you're going to do as a fund manager, they're going to enter into a contract with these people, agreeing that they'll be supplying us with this particular product within a specific period of time. And since we had done research, we're able to sell this product at the future dates when the prices are high. Then we have precious metal like gold, silver, gold. Then we have currencies. So under currencies, we have what we call the G10 currencies. So G10 currencies are the most widely used currencies across the world. So we don't just trade in any currency. We are just taking advantage of the currencies that are on high demand. Then we have the commodities. An example of commodity is a crude oil. Paul?
Yes.
Oh, thanks. I just wanted to confirm if we are staying together.
Yes.
So some of the markets we are able to trade internationally at the New York Stock Exchange, London Stock Exchange, Frankfurt, and Hong Kong. Then I'll take you through service providers and regulators. So we are not a one-man show. We don't run show ourselves. So SIB, we are the fund managers. We are the who take advantage or take action on behalf of clients, where people decide where are we going to invest in, what are we and where. So as a bank, we are not allowed to take cash. That means you cannot come here with cash that you want to invest in Mansa X. The same, you cannot able to pay you cash while withdrawing. So that means we have what you call a custodian bank, where all these funds we collect from clients are being collected. So our custodian bank for both Kenya shilling and USD is I&M. And this is just a collection point. We have different accounting other banks. So assume that we've done research and we'll want to take action or to do investment. So what are we going to do since this money it's not, we don't have it. So what we're going to do is we'll able to write a report stating where are we going to invest in, what are we going to invest in, what are the risk mitigation put in place, and what are we expecting in terms of return. So this report is sent to trustee. Our trustee is called Kingsland Court, and the work of trustee is to take care of now the clients, for example, like you, interest. So before we invest this money, they must look at our report. And trustees are regulated by Capital Markets Authority as well. So they have a mandate to approve or not to approve if they feel that it's too risky. So assume in this case, they've approved our request. The request now goes to the custodian bank, which sometimes acts as a paying bank. So our request will be paid after the approval from trustee. Then now when the CMA comes to audit our books, which they come monthly, and also at the end of the quarter, they usually comes and audit our books and even approve this fact sheet before we share to clients, plus the returns. So our books, whatever we have in terms of numbers, should tally with trustees' figures and should also tally with the custodian figures. The numbers should be always at par. Then now our auditor is Charterfy LLP. So this will change. We're having our AGM very soon. So this will be changed. Trustee and Charterfy is going to be changed. Then in terms of risk and reward, 5 being the highest and 1 being the lowest, Mansa X is considered to be at 2 because of now the diversification. Okay. The person who usually runs with this department is called Nashon Mungai. He has been with the firm for the last 8 years and he has a 20-year experience. So each and every quarter, he has a section where he comments on whatever happened in the previous quarter. So after this conversation, I'm able to share this fact sheet in the Word. You can able to go through Nashon's comments. Then fund overview. So as I said, the fund started in 2019. We started in Kenya shilling. Then in October 2022, we started USD. Then we have our last baby. It's called SIB Naja. That takes care of the Islamic investment, which is now heading to 3 years. So AUM is amount that we have in terms of client collection. And this amount is only for Mansa X alone. So Mansa X and SIB, they run differently. Since the money we collect from Mansa X, they don't belong to us. They are client funds. It's called public offer fund. So those money, they are for client money. So our balance sheet for SIB and balance sheet for Mansa X is usually separated. So AUM, amount under management up to last month, that is our last quarter. Kenya shilling, we are having 132.18 billion. USD, we are having 134.17 million. You can invest in Kenya shilling or USD. Minimum investment for Kenya shilling, 250,000 and above. Minimum USD is 2,500. Minimum top up, Kenya shilling, 100,000. Minimum USD top up is 1,000. Then we have a lockup period for the first 6 months. If you join the fund, assume you join today, after the 6 months, we discourage clients from withdrawing. Then we have a redemption charges. We don't charge you for getting inside the fund, and we don't charge you for when you're withdrawing. We have two charges, and the first charge is 5% prorated for both Kenya shilling and USD. Prorated means with Mansa X, we'll be earning 24 hours. So this 5% takes care of 365 days. So that means if you are our investor and you want to withdraw after the 6 months, you're not going to charge you 5%. You're going to charge you 2.5. And this 2.5 usually takes care of first research, second, our charges, third, the agents that are working for us outside the country. Remember, with Mansa X, we're able to earn 24 hours. So during night time, we have the other country are at daytime. So we have agents outside the country who usually act or invest on our behalf. Then it also takes care of taxes. Locally, Mansa X is tax exempted, but internationally we have to pay tax. So that is what the 5% takes care of. And I'm able to tell you, I'm able to demonstrate for you how it's applicable. Then we also have what we call 10% above hurdle rate for both Kenya shilling and USD. So let's handle the 5%. Then now we come to 10%, how 10% is applicable. So let's go to the next fact sheet. So this is the performance. So Mansa X, you earn 24 hours, but the results are released after every 3 months. So that means after every 3 months, we go and check where we invested all this, what you call investment instrument we invested in that quarter. Then we do valuation. So that means we go and check fixed deposit brought this, treasury brought this, stock brought this. Then now we come up with one return. Then now this return is distributed to different investors depending on when you join the market and how much you invested. So our returns are released on a quarterly basis. So this is a 2-year return. We can work with the latest, that is 2025, for example. So 2025, quarter one, we had 4.89. Quarter two, we had 6.05. Quarter three, we had 5.89. Quarter four, we have 4.71. Then the last, just concluded last quarter, we have 4.74. So these returns are net, simply because the 5% I told you that takes care of performance charge, it's usually paid upfront. That means when you are getting, for example, let's say you want to invest in the New York, Hong Kong Stock Exchange, they can't allow us to invest, then now pay them later. No, we must pay, then now invest. So that means whatever comes out at the end of the quarter is net because we have paid everything. So if you add quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, and quarter four, 2025, you're able to get a net of 20.74. So which is here. But if you want to know the gross, now you add the 5%. So last year, our investors, we were able to give them a return of 20.74. That is after everything has been deducted. And now I'll ask you a question. Where you invested last year, how much did you add in terms of net? Because remember, if you don't maximize your return, that money is being eaten by inflation. So assume you had 1 million somewhere and it was earning nothing. So that 1 million is not 1 million today. Okay. So this is the performance since we started. So 2019, we had 24.01, but the net, if you minus 5, the net was 19.01. 2020, we had 23.75, minus 5, the net was 18.75. 2021, this is the corona time. We had 20.45 gross, but net was 15.45. 2022, we had 20.59, minus 5, the net was 15.59. 2023, we had 23.01, minus 5, the net is 18.01. 2024, we had 24.53, minus 5, the net was 15.59. Then last year, we had 25.74, minus 5, the net is 20.74. So last year has been, in terms of Kenya shilling, was our highest. Then if you look at the average return for Mansa X since we started, that is taking all the years, dividing 7 years dividing by 7, we can proudly say that we've done 18.18. When you divide 78 by 7, we can proudly say that we've been able to give our client a return of 18.18 every year. There's a line here. So this line simply means we have a target every quarter as a fund. Our target every quarter is 4.55. You can see there's some quarters, or majority of the quarter, we were able to surpass the target. Then here is an example of somebody who invested 1 million when you were starting the fund, but they didn't withdraw up to the last quarter. So 1 million invested in January 2019 up to 31st March 2026. This person have a net return of 3,594,335 after fees. Then in terms of where we invested this quarter, as I said, each and every product should not take 15% of the fund. So this is according to the percentage. So these are some of the things that we do. The fixed income, these are the treasury, the government securities. Then I'll also take you to number 3. So number 3 is crude oil. For last quarter, we have a lot of what we call fights in the Arab countries, and the Arab countries are the producers of crude oil or oil. So during that time, that means the oil was in demand. So we were able to take advantage of high demand of oil. Then locally, we had Family Bank Limited. So that means this fund, we don't only expose our fund to only the global market, the outside Kenya market alone. So we also take advantage of now the local product that are able to give us a return. Then in terms of geographical location, so this is how it was distributed. In America took high percentage, followed by Africa, Europe, Middle East. Like I see, Middle East took small percentage, then Oceania 1.52. So that is in terms of Kenya shilling. Then the same in terms of USD. I'm ready when you are. I can see the time is really running quick. So the same to USD. Our USD every month, every quarter, our average target is 3.10, sorry. So you can see some of the quarters we were able to surpass, some we didn't. Then in terms of USD, we started in 2022. So when we started, we had a growth of 15.08, minus 5, the net was 10.08. 2023, 17.10, minus 5, 12.10 net. Then 2024, 17.50, minus 5, 12.50. Then last year also it was our highest. We did 18.37, minus 5, our net was 13.37. So I'm done with 5%. So I want us to do 10% above hurdle rate. So hurdle rate is our target. As a fund, we also have a target. We want to reach every year, at least we get a return, a gross return of 25%. So in a scenario where we've done 25% and below, the 10% is not applicable. But assume that we've done, for example, 27. I like using 27 because that's easy math. Assume that this year we've done 27%. So that means we surpassed our target by 2%. 27 minus 22. So this 2%, this is what we'll share with the client. The bank will share with the client. So SIB will take 10% of 2%. The client will remain with 90%. As if for a particular client, this 2% is equivalent to 50,000. So that means SIB will take 2%, 10% of 50,000 is 5,000. The client will remain with 45,000. Like, for example, last year, the 10% was supposed to be applicable since we had surpassed 25 by 0.75. So 0.74. So 0.74, that is only going to be subjected to 10%. In USD, since we started, our hurdle rate is 15%. But all the years we have managed to do above 15%. For example, last year, if you take 18.37 minus 15, we surpassed it by 3.37%. So 3.37%, that is what's supposed to be. We take 10%, then the client remain with 10%. However, since we started the fund, we've never take the 10%. And it doesn't mean that it cannot be applicable. It can be applicable. So far, since the fund started, we've only taken 5%, but it doesn't mean the 10% cannot be applicable. Okay, so I want us to do an example. Assume somebody invested last year with a specific amount of money. How much were they having? So I'll give an opportunity to one of us can able to suggest any amount so that we can able to use for our own calculation.
$1 million.
$1 million. So we want to use $1 million. So assume somebody invested $1 million last year. I'm trying to share my Excel. Are you able to see the Excel on your side?
No, you are yet to share.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to use 2025 performance. Actually, it's here. So this is somebody invested $1 million. Let's see. So we'll just go. So this is, if you add the whole of this, you come to 20.74. So first quarter, assuming this person did top up. So first quarter, they were having 1 million times 4.89%. So they were having 48,900. So when you go to the second quarter, you add this to this. They are having now, their new capital will be 1,048,900 times now 6.05. Their second quarter return was 36,458. Then you add this to this. Their new capital will be 1,112,358 times 5.09%. Their third quarter return is 56,619. Then this to this to make up the new principal. So their next, they started fourth quarter at 1,168,977.50 times now 4.71 for fourth quarter. They were having 55,059. So if you add all the returns, so if you add all the returns for the 4 quarters, this person was having 224,036. If you add their capital, they were having 1,224,036. So assume that they have wanted to withdraw by 1st of January. This is the amount of money they will have withdrawn. I'll open for the next question. Let's allow the room for questions so that they don't find, because I can see we have some few minutes to at the end.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm just wondering, beyond Mansa X, is there any other investment you could think about? And more so now that you are talking about oil, and we know oil has become a big deal in the last probably a month plus. There is that channel that is closed. Is it closed or almost or whatever? How does it affect global investment with these wars and the likes, and how does that reflect on this quarter or the last quarter, the quarter that is just ended?
Okay, so what a bank does or SIB does, we manage our funds 24 hours. So, for example, oil. Oil, due to war, the oil was in the less supplied. But remember, if a commodity is a rare commodity, the demand usually goes high. So that means due to that shortage, it was on a high demand. So we took advantage of now it being on a high demand, and we were still able to make some return. If you see the fact sheet that I've just shared, oil was just one of the products that we had invested in. So this is the advantage now on. Remember, someone disadvantage is someone's advantage. So whenever there's, let's say, for example, war, somebody will benefit and somebody will not benefit. So us is just to take advantage of now whatever is happening in the market and maximize it.
Yes, there was a question about beyond Mansa X. Is there anything you can think about that is comparable?
Yes. Apart from Mansa X, okay. Let me understand, within the Kenyan region or as SIB?
Generally, not
Generally.
because
Nice. Okay, if you check or if you just go online, we have our competitors as well. We have Opfund, we have Avocap, we have so many products that are there in the market. So you can take an opportunity and just go online. Just search special funds in Kenya. There are so many. You can able to take. Mansa X might not be suitable for a certain person or a certain market, but you can. There are so many investments. We have money market. We have Avocap. We have our competitor, Faida Investment Bank. So just take advantage or take an opportunity and go also look at this other investment.
Yes, I think maybe some other people wanted to know all that variety, then they make a decision. If you do this, you get this. If you do this, you get this. Thank you.
Okay, so because of time, I might not able to exhaust all the varieties, but I'll able to share my number. Yes, I work for Mansa X, but sharing knowledge, I'm not greedy with the knowledge. I can able to guide them so that they can now able to make a decision. It doesn't have to be SIB.
Okay. There was a question from, I think, RM. How do you protect the Mansa X funds from potential government interference? E.g., we have heard there is a bill in Parliament that will negatively affect SACCOs if passed. As Faith is coming back, let's just remind you that we have a couple of activities coming, and the most immediate one is the children's home visit, which you will also learn more about. Yeah. So the sessions are sponsored by Falcon Insights Global Consulting Limited, and they also support MSMEs in different ways. And then Live Your Dream, that also supports businesses to grow, to start and grow. And we also have ICT gurus that help ensure that the platform is running. And for ICT gurus, we are known to put businesses online, whether it's website, whether you want to have email and the likes. So we welcome you. In the meantime, somebody who maybe Dr. Melvin, do you have something to say about investment? I know this is your field. As we close, I want to call Jackie to pass a vote of thanks.
Hi, OPP. What did you want?
A comment on what we've learned, if any, or what you may say about the investment and the global whatever, just a minute or something.
Yeah, I would like to hear actually how SIB is pivoting in this current investment.
Why can't we see your face today?
Yeah, sure. Right, can you see me?
Yes.
Yeah. Now I'd like to know how SIB is pivoting its investments in the face of this Iran-US war, which has seen the New York Stock Exchange, fluctuate very rapidly. That's number one. Number two is, our funds in banks are protected by the Deposit Protection Fund. So that if you have 1 million shillings in a bank and the bank goes down, you will be refunded 100,000 shillings by the Deposit Protection Fund. What kind of guarantees does SIB offer its investors? I think those are the two burning questions I had. And number three, finally, there's a third one. I'm an investor in SIB. I have a Mansa X account, and which Faith kindly facilitated. What I would like to know is, at what point do we get a statement? Is it after 6 months, or when is it? Back to you, OPP.
I thought you have the answers. Edna, you wanted to, maybe, I know Edna is related to this. She can say something. Raise your hand so that I see you. Edna, yes.
Good morning, everyone. And sorry, I'm not able to be on video. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, you can go on, maybe a minute.
Yeah, maybe just to respond to Dr. Melvin. Global markets, the way global markets operate is they take advantage of fluctuations. So when the market fluctuates, then you as an investor, you have a great advantage of earning more on your investments. That is what they thrive in. Whether it is commercial banks, global markets, or investment bank, global markets, they thrive when there is uncertainty, when there is instability, because the demand of particular investment vehicles goes up and down. And so they're able to sell, or as in the activity is more. If they were selling like once a week, they can be selling 3 times a week, something like that. And so your returns goes up. That is a note to say that you are not able to lose. But because the activities are more than the normal scenario, then you stand a better chance of earning more. They also do invest in derivatives, like Faith was trying to explain, like future value of a particular investment. And so they enhance their ability to be able to grow their returns. I am also a client of Mansa X. I've been with Mansa X for quite a number of years before they started Mansa X. As a chama, part of a chama, I stopped that. Now I do invest as an individual, and I've been there for, I think, slightly above 2 years. And we get our statements after every quarter. So we got our statements, I think it was 3rd or 4th of April, immediately after end of March, we all received our statements. So you may need to check with Faith, or you check if it went to your spam. The other thing I would like to mention is I also am part of Mansa X as an independent financial advisor. What that means is I'm not an employee, but I can advise clients because that is also my domain and passion. And so Faith supports me in that. So if you are not able to reach out to Faith, you can still reach out to me. I'll be able to support you. I hope I've been able to respond, but if there's a follow-up question, I'd be glad to take it.
Thank you. I think because of time, we have to close it there. I'll call Jackie of Falcon to conclude for us the vote of thanks before we go to any announcement.
Okay, thank you, Faith, for that lovely presentation. Most of us have just been seeing the adverts, or we are seeing billboards on Mansa X, but today you've given us a chance to really appreciate the details and also to challenge us to think globally, to think beyond our day-to-day, challenging us to secure our future. So thank you very much. Your insights have been very mind-opening. I'm here asking myself a lot of questions, and maybe I'll be the first person to reach out to you. I'd also like to thank the audience for allowing yourselves to once again join the session, opening up your minds to learning new things. Not all of us are able to make it this morning, so thank you very much. I'd also like to thank the sponsors, ICT Gurus, Live Your Dream, and Falcon Insights Global Consulting, the institution that I represent. We offer support to SMEs. We offer HR support and any other business support that you may require to help your institution sustainable. So as we start off the new week, let us pick what we have learned today, and let us challenge ourselves to always put a shilling away. For every shilling earned, let's try and put the other shilling safely, and Mansa X offers us a good platform for that. Thank you very much, and back to you, OPP.
Thank you. Thank you. I loved that voice. I think I wanted to hear it more and more. And good to see your face. Probably the first time this year. So I will call Antonia. Antonia, you